Mississippi. The Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some aren't thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty-toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Wide receiver going in motion. The give on the inside. Open space at the 25. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 30. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Downfield. Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. Got room on the return. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. What momentum defense comes up with a play like that.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the Golden Egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other. There's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball. So everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Throws into the middle of the field. And he hauls it in at the 30. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Snagged out of the air. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Breaks into the open. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, he's scratching.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. The toss sweep to the right. There he goes. He's at the and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Wants to throw. It's Harmon. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. From the gun, the running back has it. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. isn't fired complete. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Rebels are marching down the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Caught behind the line. It's Tamatova. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Across the 45. Turning on the Jets. He's at the top. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Back to pass, it's Harmon. Right on the money. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From the gun, running back on the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed and so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They almost got a first down there. Stopped the yard short. It'll be third down.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab past the marker. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
To the air on first down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8 long? Back up top. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Makes the catch. It's Duarte. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll go to the air. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes his man miss. Turning it on. Inside the 40. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. Clock ticking down in the first half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
And they did tack on the extra point. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Might be changing the route. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Sails one into the middle. He's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Bulldog. A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Got it in the middle. It's Burgess. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Harmon. Right down the middle. Got his man. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Now the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Brings into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available.
It's a running room. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got the back over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll try the run. Couldn't find a lane. They pick up a 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Catch in the middle. It's Burgess. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Working that left side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Burgess. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Rebels back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Back to throw. He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
They'll try to get outside. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it, and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Quarterback by himself in the backfield.
22,
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. Give to the back. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Sweet cut there. Finds a little bit of room to give him a couple down to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they go back on top.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to... Oh, he's got some space! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. Looking to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Fires to the big fella.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll try to slam it in, and he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Turning it on. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee.
This offense did what they needed to do. They knew it was going to be tough, having to deal with the noise.